big dent here. It's got rust. The tires are absolutely shot. It doesn't properly go in gear all the time. Interior needs to get cleaned up. Someone knew this was broken and just left it broken for a long time. Wires through, yep, wire right there. So really not great. All right, we got a new project vehicle, truck for the channel here. Ford Ranger. It's a 1996 XLT. It's got a 2.3 four-cylinder motor in it, 5-speed. It's kind of a piece, but it runs and drives. My girlfriend actually got this truck for free. She works at a car dealership, and one of the mechanics, I guess he somehow got this truck and he didn't want it because there's like kind of a lot of stuff wrong with it, according to him. I mean, to me it runs and drives, so it's a perfect little, you know, kind of a shop truck, you know, project truck, but it runs and drives. It does need some work. It's obviously not perfect. It's got, like, you know, dented panels, needs tires for sure, like cosmetic stuff, like the front little grill thing is here, big dent here. It's got rust. The tires are absolutely shot. It wouldn't crank when I first tried to crank it because the battery was completely dead, but I since took it up, got the battery charged. There was actually a parasitic draw with the door sensor. The door ajar light was staying on, so I guess the computer was, you know, reading that the door was open even though the door was closed. But it's you know, somewhat common and relatively, you know, very easy fix. I just put WD-40 down in the latch here because the sensor for it is plugged in on the other side of this, inside of here. So what happens is, you know, water and dirt and stuff gets in there and it just kind of freezes up that little, it's kind of a little springy thing. I didn't even have to take it out or anything. I literally just sprayed WD-40 in this and then that kind of loosened it up. But that fixed it, and now the battery stays charged, so it cranks right up every time. Runs and drives. I drove it over to this little parking lot because I'm at my girlfriend's house this weekend, and her parking lot's kind of crowded at her apartment there. So I just drove it over here to this little empty parking lot. I guess this is like a church or something, but drove it over here, give a little walk around video. The only real issues that I'm, you know, having right away with, you know, basically with functionality is the transmission is kind of acting weird, and sometimes the clutch pedal will become like rock hard, like very hard to press, and then it doesn't like properly go like in gear all the time, and it's almost like it's the clutch is staying engaged or something like that. So I don't know anything about that, so I did a little bit of research and I was looking into it, and it could be the, you know, master cylinder, slave cylinder, something in the hydraulics with the actual clutch pedal and clutch system itself, or it could be, you know, clutch cable. But it also could be something wrong with the transmission, which I'm really hoping is not the case. But it also could be something very simple, like there's not enough fluid. So after I get done with this little walk around, I'm going to get under there and check the fluid level, and then, you know, top it up and make sure that's good to go before I start digging, you know, too much into you know, master cylinder. And hopefully, God, fingers crossed, I'm not going to have to dig into the transmission or get that replaced, because I really don't want to do that because it can be pretty expensive, especially since, you know, oh, I didn't tell you about the price. So she actually got this for free. She didn't want it because it's A, she doesn't know how to drive stick, and B, it is kind of a piece of junk, you know, compared to her. You know, she drives like a newer, somewhat newer, nicer Subaru, like that's, you know, very reliable. So she did not want this. So in her eyes, this is kind of a piece of junk, but to me, it's, you know, it's gold. You know, Ford Ranger, a great truck, you know, runs and drives. So the guy, I don't know why, I guess he just didn't want to put any, I mean, he's a mechanic, so I really don't understand, but I guess he just didn't want to put the time into it or put any money into it, since it is such a, you know, older truck. People don't really care about these, but I love Ford Rangers. So he just gave it to her. She didn't, like I said, she didn't want it. So it took some convincing. Once I heard that he was going to give it to her, she like didn't want it. He tried to give it to her and one other guy that they work with, and they didn't want it. But I was like, you better get this truck. I'll like I'll give you money for it, so you can like basically make money or whatever. And she was like, no, whatever. And like took like several months to get this truck, but I finally got it in my possession. And what the deal I worked out was, if she takes the truck and gets it, basically takes it from him, and then she needed like some things done on her car, like she needed like some spark plugs and some brakes. I was like, I'll just pay for that stuff, like pay for your car to get fixed, and then you give me the truck basically for free. So I kind of got it for free in a way, but I also paid it was like 160 something dollars to get that, because she just got one of the techs to work on her car for no labor. So I just paid for the parts. So I basically just paid for some spark plugs and some brakes for her car, and then she traded me that that price for the truck. So I basically got this thing for 160 bucks, which is the deal of a century in my opinion for a truck, a Ford Ranger 1996 manual that runs and drives. Obviously it's, you know, cosmetically kind of fucked and mechanically needs some work, but deal of a century as far as I'm concerned, and it's in relatively good shape. Obviously for a 96, this thing's pretty old. It's not perfect, but interior needs to get cleaned up and stuff, obviously. But in my eyes, this is perfect for me as a little, you know, riding around, having fun truck, working on it, project truck, especially for the, you know, for the channel. I can learn tons of different things, like learn with you guys. So like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content, such as you know, learn how to do body work, get this dent out of here, maybe, you know, paint and polish and buff and all that kind of stuff, get these dents out, get this kind of stuff off. Obviously you need to get new tires and basic stuff like that. But see what else. Oh, the front grille, need to get a new front grille. I mean, pretty easy. I'm probably just gonna go to the junkyard and see if they've got one, or maybe I'll make one, 3D printer or fiberglass or something like that. Make one. I want to lower this thing. So this is like, you know, standard stock ride, but they've got like lowering kits where it's 5 inches lowered in the back, 3 inches lowered in the front, and then that makes it more of a level ride, and it'll be pretty low. So this thing is only 2-wheel drive, so I don't, you know, need it to be, you know, lifted and mud tires and all that stuff. I may even actually, I'm very much leaning towards turning this into like kind of a drift truck, because I've always wanted to get into drifting too. So subscribe to the channel if you're into that kind of stuff. Other stuff, plans for this truck, probably redo the interior, take out the carpet, clean that up. I saw in another video, this guy, there's like this fabric spray stuff, so I'll probably spray this a new color so it'll be black, maybe black out the interior, or maybe leave it gray, I don't know. But upholstery, I want to clean these seats up. I've got some fabric and stuff, so maybe I'll kind of cut these and make you know, make patterns from this old fabric here and freshen up the seats. Headliner is pretty bad, but I think that's pretty easy. You just need kind of this little fabric and foam stuff just to kind of freshen that up. But yeah, I mean, leave a comment if you want to see any other kind of specific things I'll show under the hood. See if there's anything else in here. I mean, it is kind of a piece of junk. I'll probably redo the radio, because this has like a tape or something in there and it's kind of stuck. I don't know what's going on with that. And, you know, obviously get a new radio, Bluetooth and stuff like that. It's missing the little compartment thing here. Immediately when I first touched this thing, the knob is like stuck off, so I need to, you know, glue that back on, epoxy or something. The knob here is like not working, so I can't actually turn the lights on very effectively. I got to use like a pliers and turn that on. But I have the knob here. I just need to figure out how this is like attached. Oh, and another big thing too I haven't mentioned is the odometer is not working, so I need to fix that out. It's reading as 79,000 miles, which maybe that's accurate, but I kind of doubt it. So my suspicion is that someone had knew this was broken and just left it broken for a long time. But the title that I purchased it with, that was the listed mileage. So as far as I'm concerned, that is the accurate mileage, and I can't be, you know, on the hook for that, because it's illegal to be messing with odometers, like changing the mileage and stuff. So I'm just gonna fix that gear, or I think it's legal to fix that myself. I'm pretty sure. I saw some other videos of people fixing that, but show under the hood here, you know, relatively decent. That battery, like I said, I got it tested because the battery kept dying before I realized about the door being open, but the battery is only a year old, so that thing's good. They tested the alternator starter, that's all good. It's weird, maybe someone knows, so leave in the comments if you do, but the idle, it's got a really rough idle, and then first gear is kind of rough. But then once you get out of first gear, or once you get kind of going in first gear, if you're kind of just driving around the parking lot, it's kind of okay. But first starting, it's really rough, and it's, I don't know what that means. Could be spark plugs or something maybe, or it could be just the exhaust is, you know, something wrong with the exhaust and it's like rattling. I don't know. But once you get into second, third gear, it's fine, it runs smooth. But the idle and the first gear is really rough. But back in the engine bay, I mean, maybe it could be cleaned up a little bit, but you know, I think it's pretty good shape. I mean, nothing crazy going on here. I don't know if people much care about the walk around of the new truck before I've really done anything to it. Maybe I'll show some footage of driving around. It came with these 2 tires in the back, which the tires are obviously shredded, no good, and these tires back here completely bald. Really probably shouldn't be driving on these, but I'm totally bald. And even like showing some of the wires through. Yep, wire right there. So really not great, but you know, it's only a quarter mile up the street to her apartment up there, so I'm not too worried about it. This tire looks pretty good. But yeah, I'll get some new tires, whatever, and got spares. I think these are actually the original wheels, so that's pretty good. I should have 4 matching wheels. Yeah, it's got these little like these kind of wheels. Yeah, those are the original, and I think I have 4 of those. Kind of rambling at this point, so forgive me, skip ahead if you want. But yeah, I got 4 matching wheels and 2 spares, I guess. Maybe I'll just, oh, and windshield, needs a windshield. So it's got 2 big cracks or chips, and then 1 big crack that goes across. So I'm probably not going to pass inspection with that. No big deal. I mean, a couple $100, maybe. I think it's like $200-300 to get a windshield, and then some tires. Maybe I can get 2 used tires for like $100. So basically all in, I'm like, you know, around $500 for a truck that runs and drives. And honestly, I think after I do all of that, I think I could even sell it for like 2-3 grand. So I could profit on this thing, but I kind of like this truck, so I'm just gonna keep it, work on it for the channel, and yeah, that'll be that. So I'll just I'm gonna drive back over to her apartment, and like I said, check that transmission fluid, and that may be enough for this little video because I don't know how much I'm gonna do, but we'll see what I learn. I'm gonna check the level of that and then top it off if I need to. Some footage of this thing driving. Yeah, so this thing actually starts right up. First time every time, so let's see. Cranks right up. Radio works.
Regionalschool.org.
Everything works. I mean, the AC I think was working the first time I tried it, but then the second time I tried it, it felt like it was hot. So the AC might not work, but heat obviously is going to work. Yeah, this thing can be a little ripper. Right now it seems kind of fine, or yeah, it's got some vibration like I said. Let's see. good now. That lady over there just fell down. I helped her get up, and I guess she lives right there, but that was kind of weird. A bunch of people just helped her get up. It's kind of sad. I don't think she's injured or anything. Windshield wipers are fucked. It's starting to rain a little bit here. Yeah, it needs new wipers. Had the brake on, but it wasn't reading as brake on the dash. So it's kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on with this truck, but should be really you know, nice and fun, exciting, you know, truck and project for the channel. You know, obviously still getting started off on this channel, so like and subscribe for that, and follow along. Let me check this fluid really quick. This is hot. Okay, I'm up under the truck here, looking at the transmission. I don't know if you can see this, but up here is the fill, and up down here is the drain for the transmission. Basically the way you check it is you take the fill bolt out, and if there's any in there, it should be spilling out if it's full. And if it doesn't spill out, that means they need to add some. It's pretty dark, so let me get my light just so I can see better if there's any gonna even be falling out. It's a little better. I think you can get the idea there. The fill and the drain down here, so I'm gonna try to just get this off and see what's going on with that. Okay, well, got them pulled off, and a lot came out. It actually started spewing out. As you can see, a bunch of it got on the ground. I did not expect that. Usually it just kind of dribbles and trickles out, but a ton came out. It almost got on my phone and got on the bottom of the tripod here, but no deal. I just did not expect that much to come out, and I'm wondering if that is also maybe part of the problem. There's too much in there. I've never heard of that, but maybe I'm not actually too sure what's going on with that. Maybe need to research that a little bit. Maybe I'll just go ahead and swap that transmission fluid out for clean. I don't know, it didn't look that bad. It was kind of still color to it, but I think it's supposed to be more red. I don't know, maybe I should take it out and do it anyways. Just do a swap on that fluid. Okay, take two. It was too much fluid, so I'll take that bolt back off, see how much more is gonna come out. Okay, I mean, that's a lot of fluid that came out of there. And it does still have some color to it. It's a little brown. But it's got color to it. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, even in there, I mean, that's gotta be like 6 to 8 ounces, and then whatever's on there. So probably like 8 to 10 ounces came out of there. I mean, I don't know what that is in quarts or whatever. Maybe someone can convert that, but or maybe I'll convert it and put it on the screen. But it's quite a bit that came out of there. I mean, geez, even it was still coming out, but I felt weird, like maybe I was doing something wrong. I started to question my decisions, but I'm gonna clean that up and maybe take it for another little spin here and clean that off. I mean, I don't really need to, but I'll just clean it off really quick and take it for another little spin and see if it has any change in performance or anything like that. I think you just saw the back of my head while I was doing that. I don't know, I might have just made a mistake, but I'm gonna take this thing for a little rip and see if anything changes. Too sure what's going on with the transmission, or maybe it just might just be the clutch, to be honest. I just talked to the guy up at Advance Auto because he is the one who charged and tested the battery for me, and he happens to have a 5-speed Ranger, a 93. I was just talking to him a little bit, and he was saying it's most likely just the clutch and hopefully nothing to do with the transmission. I don't know how knowledgeable he was or if he actually knew everything, but he sounded like he knew a little bit, so I'm just gonna keep running this thing, keep an eye on that fluid level, see what's going on. Maybe I have to replace, you know, master cylinder, slave cylinder, or clutch cable or something like that, or maybe I'll just upgrade the clutch. I don't know, but for now it seems fine. The idle's pretty rough. It just actually went up about 100 or 200 RPM just as I'm sitting here. So I don't know, but it's running and fine. I've done a lot of yapping in this video, so hopefully that's not too you know, boring or annoying for you guys. But if you're into this stuff, if you like Ford Rangers, subscribe to the video. Also got the Honda Shadow 750. You can check out other videos on that. I'm, you know, rebuilding a boat. I need to actually make another video on that and get that updated. A couple other projects. Love working on stuff. And I want to grow the channel and get some good content and get better at editing and stuff. So subscribe for that, and like the video, and honestly leave a comment if you know anything that I'm missing or saying that's wrong, or if you know something that can help me, leave a comment, please, because I'm here to kind of, as much as I'm here to show people and you know, show what I know, I'm looking to learn stuff, because I don't know a lot of different things. So leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, share with people. I'm trying to grow the channel, but that's all for, I guess, for this video, and thanks for watching. Thanks. Peace.